you gave yourself a facelift and it looks good on you, but it's not a facelift in the terms of cosmetic surgery. It's like what you did was you completely revamped yourself inside and out. For some of you, that's what you're presently working on. Okay, so you may have been codependent, like you had some codependent tendencies, like to the point where it was like you'd neglect your own needs just to keep someone or something around. It's like you put yourself last, for a certain cause. And this is going to look differently for all of you, right? I feel like for some of you this may have been materialism. Like maybe you would, let's say for example you wake up and you're like, I don't really feel good today, but you know what, I got to get to this money, I'm going to work anyway, instead of staying home and nurturing yourself back to health. And for some of you that's exactly what it was. Like you'd put work over yourself, you'd put school over yourself, you'd put partners over yourself, you'd put friends, family, anything, everything over you. And now that's changing, right? I feel like some of you, maybe like you used to be greedy, right? As far as like money was everything, materialism was everything. But you've come into a wiser, better version of yourself. So now you know that money is not everything. As a matter of fact, like as important as generational wealth is, it's like if you don't take care of you, you won't even be able to build generational wealth. Some of you guys have children that are depending on you, nieces, nephews, godchildren, younger siblings that are depending on you, parents, elders that are depending on you. And you're like, you know what, I really got to take care of myself so that I can take care of them. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the old you, there was like a conflict, okay? There was an imbalance between everything that you were sent here to be and everything that you were. And you got these messages through dreams, through other people. Some of you were in therapy, life coaching. For some of you, these messages came through your children, your family members, and you're like, okay, I really need to tighten up. I really need to get my shit together. And maybe you had a hard time focusing. It was like financial instability. You had a hard time prioritizing as well. And I feel like you're like, okay, everything that I'm doing is not helping me because I still need to work on certain areas of my life. So let's say, for example, right, you were working 50, 60 hours a week, whether it's on your own business, because some of you are self-employed and some of you are employees, right? And so you're working all these hours. You're like, but I'm still stressed out. I'm still depressed. I'm still not happy. I'm still overweight. I'm still, like my skin still needs some work. So you're like, okay, I'm making money, but there's so many other areas of my life that needs to be revamped. And so you started to change that up with the Nine of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Pentacles came out crossing. So when a card comes out crossing, it's something that you're working on. So Nine of Pentacles talks about abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, independence, right? And so you're working towards that by working on yourself. You're realizing the happier I am, the higher my frequency is. And the higher my vibrational frequency is, the more likely I am to align with everything I'm trying to manifest and attract, okay? And so, some of you guys may have had a birthday last month. Some of you have a birthday this month. Happy birthday. Some of you are Life Path 8, Life Path 9. Some of you have a birthday in February as well. Queen and Slim is significant here. I don't know, maybe somebody just watched that movie or somebody's trying to be on that type of time. Go watch that movie so you can know what I'm talking about. But I don't know, like something about Queen and Slim is showing up here. Somebody may have like a slim build. Maybe somebody models. Somebody listening here maybe used to model or wants to model. Somebody has like a very like a thick robe. Somebody may have like a Versace robe or like one of them really expensive robes that they love to wear. Somebody has a parrot, or somebody wants a parrot, or somebody talks too much. Somebody might have like a child or a partner or something that's really chatty. So yeah, there was like, so the conflict that I was talking about earlier, right? It was a conflict of interest, I'd say. Okay, it's like your higher self versus lower self, right? And I always use this as an example, like Family Matters, where you had the angel on one side, the devil on one side. So there was a part of you that was like, okay, no, this is what we need to be working on. And then that other part of you was like, no, I got to get to the money. No, I got to be there for my partner. No, I got to, it's like you were neglecting certain areas in your life while just focusing on one specific area. And so there was delays, miscommunication, and I feel like the miscommunication was really, like, there could have been miscommunication between you and other people, right? Because maybe you treated people a certain type of way, and sometimes you were the cause of miscommunication. Like sometimes maybe there were arguments, and conflict between you and your loved ones, or even business partners, right? But because you were not doing the work on yourself and the introspection, you didn't realize that you were the problem. So for some of you, that's what those miscommunications were, okay? But this was causing you to kind of lag. Everything was moving very slow for you. And as a matter of fact, for some of you, things weren't moving at all. And that's what caused you to kind of go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing that I should be doing? Some of you guys have like a narcissistic parent, or you were raised by someone who was a narcissist, right? And they were very cold and bitter towards you. This person may have put work before the family, or maybe this person was always working, or this person was more concerned about themselves and their image, right? And so some of this trickled down to you. And so now you're realizing that you're the generational curse breaker, and you're realizing that you're the one that is going to break this cycle. And once you realize that, everything began to flow, or everything is beginning to flow for you. Four of Cups here in reverse. The Four of Cups talks about new opportunities. Tell me about these new opportunities. In the meantime, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Adeniké. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're already a part of our soul family, welcome back. Thank you for returning. My job is to welcome you back home to self. My job is to help you remember who you are. If you enjoy my readings, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you want more clarity, you can book a personal reading down below at the link in the description box. I offer a plethora of readings that will benefit you on your journey. So there was a disconnect, but this disconnect was between you and yourself. Like, I feel like you weren't operating as who you are truly meant to be. Disharmony as well. And for a while you were avoiding it. For a while there was a lack of growth. I'm seeing somebody like on a corner. Like somebody might have done something strange for a piece of change. Like maybe somebody was doing something that they weren't proud of to make some money. No judgment at all. But you've grown from that. You've left that part of your life. You've left that behind. For some of you, like it really was like obesity, like maybe you were neglecting yourself when it comes to health as well. Like that could be what it was. because we got the 5 of Staves here in reverse, which talks about lack of energy, missed opportunities as well, lost battles. But then we got the Empress. This is you walking into your power. This is you becoming, which is so powerful. Oh, I also want to take this time to invite you guys to the Return to Self Ascension ceremony taking place on September 19th through September 22nd. This is going to be held in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Okay, so this is going to be a ceremony that's going to include lots of different plant medicine, ancient indigenous healing practices. There's going to be lots of purging, healing, and awakening as well. My good friend Indigo, who is a chief and a shaman, will be guiding us through this ceremony. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be there, and hopefully you will too. If you're interested, drop the word info in the comment section, and I will be personally reaching out to you with more information, okay? But some of you guys really do need to do some purging. You know, ayahuasca is really helpful. And a lot of that is going to be taking place at the ceremony. But I feel like for some of you, that is the icing on the cake, right? Like, you have been doing the work on self, and maybe the last step, or one of the final steps for you is to purge, is to release certain habits that are outdated, outdated habits, beliefs, behaviors. Some of you guys have some stagnant energy as well that you're sitting on. So the Empress, and remember, gender does not matter in tarot. Okay, so even though it's Empress, you could also be a man. You could be a man or a woman with Empress energy. But Empress energy is abundant, okay, fertile. So you could be like fertile with ideas. Doesn't have to necessarily mean you're going to have a baby. Some of you guys are tapping into your creative skills as well. You're nurturing yourself in a way that you haven't in a very long time. Tell me more. Yeah, wow, with the Strength card here, I'm telling you, you're stepping into your power. You're going to be unrecognizable. The Strength card talks about bravery. I feel like some of you guys may have been like so fearful in the past, Now you're developing inner strength. You're able to focus more. Somebody might be like microdosing mushrooms. Or maybe somebody's eating more plants, plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and stuff like that. Somebody's changing up their lifestyle, and this is helping you to change. Some of you may be fire signs, okay? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Some of you are water signs as well, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you're moving out of a cycle that was holding you back. So you're going to be feeling the effects of this as well. Like, you might feel tired. You might feel unsure of yourself because you're becoming. You are becoming. Okay, you're becoming exactly what you're meant to be, exactly what you came here to be. And so it's a process. There's going to be some crying, there's going to be some fear. There's going to be some of the habits and behaviors that you may have embodied before, they may be returning to the surface, okay? So they're coming up so that you can flush them out. It's like that, okay? It's like vomit. It's coming up so it can be released. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So yeah, some of you are going to be feeling tired. Some of you are feeling trapped. You're like, why am I going through this? I thought I was doing better. I thought I got through the hardest part. This is you recovering and healing. This is you coming into new beginnings, okay? There are certain things. Anything that's coming up right now needs to be dealt with. Even if it's an ex. See, if you have exes returning to you, it's because you didn't close the connection out properly, okay? Things need to be closed out so you can move forward. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more clarity, again, I offer a plethora of readings and services. I'm also a master certified life coach, so I can help you get on the right path. I can help you stay on the right path. I offer birth chart and life path readings as well as past life readings, okay? Anything you need from me is going to be down below in the description box. Also want to invite you to follow me on other social media platforms, okay? Sending you guys so much love, hugs, and healing energy. Until next time, family, peace and oneness.